Welcome to my Chanel Coins History Coins VC. Today videos is one you won't to miss. We're driving into the words. Top 6. 5-cent coins. So let's get it started. The United States of America 5-cent coin from 2012, commonly known as the Jefferson. Nickel is a significant piece of American currency that carries both historical and numismatic value. It is named after Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The 2012 Jefferson nickel continues a design that was introduced in 2006 as part of a redesign initiative by the U.S. Mint that began in the early 2000s. The obverse front of the 2012 nickel features a forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by sculptor Jamie Franke. This modern and lifelike depiction replaced the older, more profile-styled image of Jefferson that had been used since 1938, originally designed by Felix Schlag. One of the unique features of the newer obverse is Jefferson's gazing stare, which directly engages the viewer, a departure from the traditional side profile on most coins. Above Jefferson's head is the inscription, "In God We Trust," while to the left of his face appears the word liberty in Jefferson's own handwriting, taken from a historical document. Below the word liberty is the year of mintage, 2012, and the mint mark, either P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco, indicating where the coin was struck. The reverse back of the coin displays an image of Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia estate, which has appeared on the nickel since 1938, although its rendering has seen refinements over the years. The current reverse design is sharper and more detailed than earlier versions. At the top is the inscription, "E pluribus unum," out of many, one, while underneath the dome of Monticello is the word Monticello in bold letters. Below that are the inscriptions 5 cents and United States of America, clearly identifying the denomination and country of origin. The 2012 nickel is composed of a copper-nickel alloy, specifically 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a diameter of 21.21 mm and a weight of 5.0 grams. It has a plain edge, like all modern nickels. While it is considered a common coin with millions minted for circulation, certain versions, like proof coins or those with errors, may have special appeal to collectors. Proof coins, typically minted at the San Francisco Mint and bearing the S Mint mark, are struck multiple times on polished blanks to produce a highly detailed and mirror-like finish, and are sold in special collector sets. Economically, the nickel costs more to produce than its face value, a situation that has prompted debates within the U.S. Treasury and Mint about possible changes to the metal composition or design to reduce costs. However, the Jefferson nickel remains in full production as of 2012 and is one of the most circulated coins in the country. Historically, the nickel also reflects the evolution of U.S. currency and coin design. From its early iterations during the Civil War era, when the first 5-cent coins were made of silver, called half-dimes, to the introduction of the nickel in 1866, and later the long-lasting Jefferson design beginning in 1938, the 5-cent coin has mirrored the cultural and political values of the nation. In conclusion, the 2012 United States 5-cent Jefferson nickel is more than just a small piece of money. It's a miniature tribute to a founding father, a piece of American art, and a representation of national identity and heritage. Whether in the hands of a collector or simply passed from one person to another in everyday commerce, it quietly carries the legacy of American history and the story of Thomas Jefferson. The 2013 United States of America 5-cent coin, commonly known as the Jefferson nickel, is part of the long-running series honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and a key figure in American history. This coin is widely circulated and used for everyday transactions, but also carries with it layers of historical, artistic, and numismatic significance. The 2013 issue continued the modern design that was first introduced in 2006, reflecting a more contemporary approach to coinage while preserving a deep connection to Jefferson's legacy. On the obverse front side of the 2013 nickel, there is a forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by artist and sculptor Jamie Franke. This design marked a departure from the traditional side profile that had graced the nickel since 1938, originally created by Felix Schlag. Jefferson is shown gazing outward with a serious, confident expression, an artistic choice meant to convey His role as a visionary leader. The word liberty appears in cursive on the left side of the coin, a replica of Jefferson's own handwriting taken from the Declaration of Independence. Below that is the year 2013, and just beside it, the mint mark indicating where the coin was produced. P for the Philadelphia Mint, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco, the latter typically used for proof coins. The reverse, back of, the 2013 Jefferson nickel features a detailed depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's iconic neoclassical estate located in Virginia. This design, also originally by Felix Schlag, has been refined over the decades to show sharper architectural detail. The image of Monticello is a symbol of Jefferson's deep intellect, love for architecture, and personal legacy. Above Monticello is the Latin phrase "e pluribus unum," out of many, one, which emphasizes the unity of the states under one nation. Beneath the estate is the name Monticello in capital letters, followed by 5 cents and United States of America, clearly indicating the coin's value and country of origin. The 2013 nickel is composed of a durable alloy, 75% copper and 25% nickel. It has a plain edge, a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, and weighs 5 TSR grams, consistent with the standard specifications used since the mid-19th century. This sturdy composition ensures its longevity in circulation and resistance to wear, despite the fact that the coin costs more than 5 cents to produce due to metal prices and manufacturing costs. It remains a standard denomination in U.S. currency. In terms of mintage, hundreds of millions of 2013 Jefferson nickels were produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, making it a common issue for circulation. However, proof versions minted in San Francisco are struck on specially prepared blanks and feature sharper detail and a mirror-like finish. These coins are typically included in collector sets and not intended for everyday use. The 2013 S-proof nickel, especially in perfect condition, can be more valuable to collectors, particularly if it is certified by a grading service. Though the coin is common in daily commerce, it still has significance for collectors due to potential errors or die varieties. Examples of these might include double strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks, all of which can increase a coin's numismatic value. Additionally, the Jefferson nickel series remains popular among collectors who appreciate both the historical importance and the evolution of the coin's design over time. In broader context, the Jefferson nickel plays a role in educating the public about Thomas Jefferson's contributions to American democracy. His authorship of the Declaration of Independence, his advocacy for religious freedom and education, and his presidency, including the Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark Expedition, make him a towering figure in U.S. history. The coin subtly honors those legacies every time it changes hands. In conclusion, the 2013 United States Jefferson nickel is a small but meaningful object. It's a bridge between the past and the present, combining practical utility with symbolic depth. Whether found in a pocket, a collector's album, or a proof set, it continues to represent not only the life of Thomas Jefferson, but also the values of the American Republic: liberty, unity, and resilience. The 2014 United States of America 5-cent coin, commonly known as the Jefferson nickel, represents both a practical piece of circulating currency and a tribute to the enduring legacy of one of America's most influential founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson. As part of the long-running nickel series that began in 1938, the 2014 edition continues the modernized design first introduced in 2006, offering a more expressive portrait of Jefferson and a detailed rendering of his famous home, Monticello. While the coin is used daily for purchases and transactions, it also carries historical, cultural, and collectible value. On the obverse front of the 2014 nickel is a forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, sculpted by Jamie Franke, which replaced the earlier side profile design by Felix Schlag. This newer version captures Jefferson's intense gaze and thoughtful expression, giving the coin a more contemporary and engaging appearance. To the left of the portrait is the word "liberty" inscribed in Jefferson's own handwriting, taken directly from historical documents, lending a personal touch to the design. Beneath that is the date 2014 and the mint mark, which indicates where the coin was struck: P for the Philadelphia Mint, D for the Denver Mint, or S for the San Francisco Mint, the latter typically for proof coins. The phrase "In God We Trust" appears prominently above Jefferson's head, reflecting the traditional motto of the United States. The reverse back of the 2014 Jefferson nickel features Monticello, Jefferson's self-designed neoclassical estate. In Virginia, which has been on the reverse of the nickel since the coin's debut in 1938, though the image of Monticello has been refined over the years, it continues to honor Jefferson's architectural vision and intellect. The detail on the 2014 coin is crisp, with attention paid to the estate's dome, columns, and symmetry. Above the building is the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, which is a core ideal of American unity. Below Monticello, the inscriptions Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America are displayed in capital letters, marking the coin's denomination and origin. The 2014 nickel maintains the standard physical specifications of modern U.S. 5-cent coins. It is made from a copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighs 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.21 millimeters. The coin features a plain edge, and its composition is designed to withstand wear and tear in daily circulation. Interestingly, the production cost of the nickel has often exceeded its face value in recent years, prompting discussions about changing the metal content, though no changes had been implemented by 2014. In terms of mintage, the 2014 Jefferson nickel was struck in large quantities. Over 750 million coins were minted between the Philadelphia and Denver facilities. These coins are common in circulation and have no significant premium unless they are in uncirculated condition, part of a proof set, or contain mint errors. The San Francisco Mint produced special proof versions of the coin with superior detail and a polished mirror-like background, intended for collectors rather than general circulation. These proof nickels, especially when graded highly by professional services such as PR70 Deep Cameo, may carry higher value on the collector's market. From a historical standpoint, the Jefferson nickel connects modern Americans with the ideals of the Age of Enlightenment, which Jefferson represented through his writings, political philosophy, and public service. As the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, Jefferson's emphasis on liberty, individual rights, and democratic governance continues to resonate. His home, Monticello, is more than just a residence. It symbolizes his creativity, intellect, and connection to classical thought. This symbolism is subtly carried forward on the coin's reverse, reminding users of the deep historical roots of American democracy. Furthermore, the 2014 nickel belongs to a broader conversation about coin design, national identity, and the evolving aesthetics of American currency. The use of Jefferson's own script, combined with his forward-looking portrait, bridges historical reverence with a sense of living legacy. Collectors and numismatists often appreciate the Jefferson nickel series, not only for its historical value, but also for its continuity, spanning decades without a complete redesign and serving as a steady reminder of the nation's founding ideals. In our conclusion, the 2014 United States 5-cent Jefferson nickel is more than just a coin. It's a miniature tribute to a man who helped shape the American Republic. With its detailed portrait, timeless architectural reverse, and enduring symbolism, it serves both as a functional piece of money and a subtle work of art. Whether in the pocket of a citizen or the case of a collector, the 2014 nickel carries forward the spirit of Thomas Jefferson and the values of a nation built on liberty, knowledge, and unity. The 2015 United States of America 5-cent coin, widely known as the Jefferson nickel, is part of a long-standing coinage tradition that honors Thomas Jefferson, one of the most influential founding fathers, principal author of the Declaration of Independence, and the third President of the United States. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938 and underwent a major design update in 2006, which continued into the 2015 issue. While millions of these coins were minted for circulation, each one carries with it a sense of historical depth, political symbolism, and artistic craftsmanship. The obverse front of the 2015 nickel features a forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson designed by Jamie Franke, introduced during the Westward Journey nickel series conclusion. This modern depiction replaced the older side profile design created by Felix Schlag. Franke's rendition shows Jefferson in a more dynamic and humanistic light, with a slight angle to his face and a contemplative gaze that engages directly with the viewer. The portrait adds emotional presence and character, intended to reflect Jefferson's intellectual and visionary persona. To the left of the portrait is the word liberty, written in Jefferson's own cursive handwriting, a subtle yet powerful nod to the handwritten Declaration of Independence. Beneath the signature is the minting year 2015, and next to it is the mint mark, either P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco, the latter used for proof coins. Above Jefferson's head is the motto, "In God We Trust," a standard phrase that has appeared on U.S. coins since the 19th century. On the reverse back of the 2015 Jefferson nickel is the long-standing image of Monticello, Jefferson's neoclassical estate located near Charlottesville, Virginia. This iconic design, first created by Felix Schlag and later updated with crisper detail, showcases the building's dome, columns, and symmetrical form. Monticello not only represents Jefferson's architectural genius, but also serves as a tangible symbol of his Enlightenment ideals and deep commitment to learning, agriculture, and liberty. Above Monticello appears the Latin phrase "E pluribus unum," out of many one, an enduring motto of American unity. Below the estate are the inscriptions Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America, clearly denoting the coin's denomination and issuing nation. The 2015 nickel retains the standard physical properties of modern U.S. 5-cent coins. It is composed of a copper-nickel alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silvery appearance and a durable surface suitable for long-term use. The coin weighs 5 grams, measures 21.21 millimeters in diameter, and has a plain edge. While the coin's face value is 5 cents, its actual production cost, due to rising metal prices and minting expenses, typically exceeds its nominal worth. This has prompted ongoing discussions within the U.S. Mint and Treasury Department about potentially altering the nickel's composition to reduce costs, though no changes were made by 2015. In terms of mintage, the 2015 Jefferson nickel was produced in large quantities for circulation. The Philadelphia Mint, P, and the Denver Mint, D, each struck hundreds of millions of coins to meet public demand. Meanwhile, the San Francisco Mint, S, produced smaller quantities of proof versions, which are not intended for circulation, but instead for collectors. These proof nickels are made with specially prepared dies and polished blanks, resulting in coins with frosted details and mirror-like backgrounds. In addition to standard proof versions, silver proof sets also include 2015 nickels with higher silver content, further appealing to collectors and investors. Numismatically, while the regular 2015 nickels are common and widely circulated, certain specimens gain value based on their mint state condition, strike quality, or errors. Error coins, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks, are especially sought after and can fetch higher prices depending on rarity and demand. Collectors also often seek high-grade examples, e.g. MS67 and above, certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. These high-quality specimens can command a premium in the market. Beyond its economic and collectible aspects, the 2015 Jefferson nickel carries deeper symbolic meaning. Jefferson's inclusion on the coin reflects not only his status as a president, but as a philosopher, diplomat, scientist, and staunch advocate of democratic values. His achievements, founding the University of Virginia, orchestrating the Louisiana Purchase, and championing religious liberty, helped shape the early identity of the United States. The presence of Monticello further reminds users of his refined intellect and the ideals of classical republicanism and Enlightenment philosophy, which heavily influenced American institutions. In conclusion, the 2015 United States Jefferson nickel is much more than just pocket change. It's a miniature monument to one of America's greatest thinkers, combining functional currency with national heritage. With its artistic portrait, architectural symbolism, and enduring materials, the coin encapsulates key aspects of U.S. history, values, and identity, whether the 2016 United States of America 5-cent coin, known widely as the Jefferson nickel, represents a fusion of American history, numismatic tradition, and everyday utility. This humble coin, used across the nation for simple transactions, also serves as a tribute to Thomas Jefferson, one of the most influential founding fathers and the third president of the United States. Since its debut in 1938, the Jefferson nickel has stood as a symbol of national identity, and the 2016 issue continues the modern design that was introduced in 2006, offering a refreshed, more intimate portrait of Jefferson alongside his iconic home, Monticello. On the obverse front of the 2016 Jefferson nickel is a forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, created by artist Jamie Franke. Unlike the earlier side profile by Felix Schlag that had been used for decades, this updated version shows Jefferson looking slightly to the right, with a thoughtful, dignified expression. His eyes appear to meet the viewer's gaze, giving the coin a sense of presence and personality. To the left of the portrait is the word liberty, stylized in Jefferson's own handwriting, based on his signature on historical documents such as the Declaration of Independence. Beneath Liberty is the year 2016 with the mint mark nearby, P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco, each representing the U.S. Mint facility where the coin was produced. Above Jefferson's head is the national motto, "In God We Trust," a long-standing symbol of American values that has appeared on coins for over a century. The reverse back side of the coin features a finely detailed rendering of Monticello, Jefferson's famous estate located in Charlottesville, Virginia. This structure was not only Jefferson's residence, but also a personal project of design and construction, reflecting his passion for architecture, philosophy, and agriculture. The reverse design is based on the original image by Felix Schlag, refined over time to enhance detail and depth. Monticello's domed structure and classic columns are centered on the coin, providing a sense of order and balance. Above the building is the phrase "e pluribus unum," Latin for "out of many one," which reflects the unity of the diverse American states. Below Monticello are the inscriptions Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America, clearly stating the denomination and issuing authority. The 2016 nickel has the standard physical characteristics of all modern U.S. nickels. It is composed of a copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silvery appearance with strong resistance to wear. It weighs 5,000 grams, has a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, and features a plain edge. Despite its small size, this coin represents a technological and metallurgical achievement, designed to be both cost-effective and long-lasting. However, it's noteworthy that the cost to manufacture a nickel has often exceeded its face value in recent years, due to rising metal prices and production expenses. This issue has sparked discussions about potentially changing the coin's composition, though no changes were made as of 2016. In terms of mintage, the 2016 Jefferson nickel was produced in large quantities to meet circulation demand. The Philadelphia and Denver mints struck hundreds of millions of coins with the P and D mint marks, respectively. These are common in everyday use and generally hold no premium unless they are in uncirculated condition or exhibit rare errors. Meanwhile, the San Francisco Mint produced a smaller number of proof coins, which were not released into general circulation, but instead sold in special collector sets. These proof coins feature highly polished, mirror-like surfaces with frosted details and are struck multiple times to ensure sharpness and clarity. Collectors often seek out these versions, especially those graded at the highest levels, such as PR70, by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC. The 2016 nickel is also part of the broader Jefferson nickel series, a favorite among coin collectors for its continuity and historical themes. While not particularly rare in general circulation, high-quality coins, unique errors like double strikes, off-center minting, or die breaks, and full steps details on Monticello, especially on the reverse of uncirculated coins, can make certain 2016 nickels more desirable. Full steps refers to a grading detail where the steps at the base of Monticello are clearly visible and sharply struck, a benchmark for quality in the series. Symbolically, the 2016 Jefferson nickel serves as a lasting tribute to Thomas Jefferson's legacy. Beyond his presidency, Jefferson is remembered for authoring the Declaration of Independence, advocating for individual liberties, championing education, and securing the Louisiana Purchase, which doubled the size of the young United States. His image on the nickel not only honors his political contributions, but also his human complexity and intellectual depth. Monticello, featured on the reverse, serves as a metaphor for his mind, structured, elegant, and innovative. In conclusion, the 2016 United States Jefferson nickel may seem modest in value, but it carries profound historical and artistic weight. With its carefully crafted imagery, resilient materials, and widespread circulation, it stands as a symbol of the American story, a coin that links daily life to the enduring legacy of Thomas Jefferson. Whether casually exchanged at a store, saved in a collection, or admired for its design, this small piece of metal reflects centuries of thought, leadership, and national identity. Exchanged in commerce or preserved in a collector's case, the 2015 nickel continues to honor the life, vision, and enduring influence of Thomas Jefferson.